and welcome to Analyst Hangout. I am Perpetua Fasomi Peter. Well, today I'm joined by three gentlemen. I have two of them already with me. One has joined virtually, while I have another right here with me in the studio. Ambrose Omodion, the Chief Research Officer at Investitor Consulting, is right here with me in the studio. Thanks for joining us today.
God bless you.
You may. All right, Kasim Mugarba Akufi, the MD CEO, APT Securities and Funds Limited, will be joining us later. And we also have with us virtually Oladipo Ajayi, the head fixed income, Chapel Hill, Denham. Good to have you join us today. Mr. Oladipo, if you can hear me, thank you for joining us today. All right. Well, we'll begin with the stock market review now, and looking at the stock market review, we'll do just a quick rundown. Mixed sentiment continued on the Nigerian exchange. The benchmark NGX All-Share Index gained 0.1% on Friday, reversing the loss witnessed in the previous session. Also, market players continued to digest the recently released corporate earnings and align their portfolios ahead of year-end seasonality, macroeconomic reports like October inflation data, third quarter GDP and MPC meeting later in the month, coupled with the implementation of the Naira redesign by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Well, these are the happenings that have somewhat shaped the activities on the Nigerian exchange, and I have Ambrose right here with me. So I'd like you to talk to us about the Naira redesign. Has it had any impact on the market so far?
No, the design is coming to kind of add weight to the CBN monetary policy in terms of rate hike and others that they've done rate hike for, I said it last time, 400 basis points in the last 5 to 6 months, and they've not felt the impact much. For that, they need to look at why is it that money outside the coffers of the bank are more than what the bank had. That's why they're coming with a new redesign so that they can control such flow at the same time. That will be for the good of the economy and also for investors. But if you look at, we just said the market for the week has been in a mixed trend, and which is expected because low liquidity in the market, and at the same time, all eyes on what the event of folding as a election draw closer. But for investors to know that in every coin, there are two sides of a coin. That means the market is known to have the bull and the bear. And when the market is at the extreme of the bull, it sends a signal. When it's also at the extreme of the bear, it sends a signal. That means for you to be, a successful investor or a trader, you must understand this circle of the market, and also where are we in the economic cycle at the same time to guide you to take your decision. But I believe that the earnings that came from quoted companies are giving us insight what to expect at the end of this current financial year for those that had December as year end. That means investors should just sit back, look at this number and start positioning those companies that yes, their earnings have surpassed their performance in 2021, and all those that also their Q3 is also positive, even insight what's likely to happen at the end of the year. I said in this program within a week that between now and end of December, because it's a festive period, we're going to improve activity in terms of consumption and everything, even importation, everything will be increased because guys, you can see now the way the road is building up already for December, that something is about to happen because of what the season. We believe that this also have a way of impacting company performance. For that means the last quarter of the year will also be a plus to what we have seen already in Q3. That means on that strength, most of these companies are likely to give us reasonable dividend that also now their price have come down. It become more attractive for you investors. That's why I said in any situation for you to successfully invest, you must know where the market is and where the economy is. If the company's fundamentals are good, we're all looking at to see improved liquidity. And after improved liquidity, like what I told of my colleague, that in going to the future, we're going to expect to what we call financial market reset. If financial market reset, it's going to go beyond the financial market, economic and political. That means in 2023, we're going to see a change economy, a change political, and in terms of perception about investors. That means this is the time for you to prepare for those opportunities the reset will come with. That means for investor, for me, low prices and company numbers are strong. Don't need to panic at all.
Exactly, low prices and strong fundamentals. Yeah. All right, Oladipo, if you can hear me right now, very quickly, I'd like you to share your thought on the equities market, after which I'd like you to give us an overview of the fixed income market.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me today. Like Ambrose mentioned, the equity market was actually missed this week, and as expected, we saw a bit of activity on some instruments. We saw on MTN, we saw crosses on Access Bank, and I think some people are already taking advantage of the market. As the market is highly underpriced. Most of the instruments in the market, when you check them and look at their value, you know that currently the market's underpriced. And I think the global current market is actually overshadowing the value that the markets of the equity market is bringing to the table. If you look at most of the results released by most of the companies, it means that even in this doom and doom situation, most of these companies are still showing a very good results. And we see pointed to the fact that there's still a lot of value in the market for smart investors to actually take advantage of. So I think the week still ending on the brighter side for a lot of the investors that feel that is an opportunity in the market, because we're looking at the prices where most of these instruments are actually trading. And a lot of people are already positioning for the likely value that the full year will actually bring to them. Because we look at the prices now, when you look at most company that has antecedent of great dividend payments, their dividend yield is simply more double digits now, which to some extent can actually counter what the fixed income can actually bring to the table at any particular point in time.
All right. I like that you've mentioned the fixed income. I think this is the point where I'd like you to give us an overview of what's happening there.
Yeah, like on the fixed income side, I was thinking about moving to fixed income. On the fixed income side, for this week, we saw a bit of activity in the market. Last week, the market witnessed about 189 billion of one payment that actually hit the system. And to also further strengthen the value in the market, we saw fact payments also hit the system on Friday and on Monday. And as a result of that, the overnight rate that used to be double digits actually came as low as 8%. As at opening today, we have over 500 billion still in the system, but we are expecting CBN to actually debit, to actually hit the system with CRR debit for today. But with the level of liquidity in the system, as a result of the level of liquidity in the system, we saw a bit of activity on the bond side, and most especially on the long-dated instrument. The 2037 instrument was the most traded instrument as a result of demand. The instrument opened the week at around 16%, but at close of the week was already trading about 30 basic points below where it opened. That means around 15.9, and that also cut across other maturity. As a topic of business today, we also saw interest on the treasury bills, looking at the fact that 1 year paper is currently giving you an effective yield of close to 17%. So that's also a pointer to a very good investment for a lot of people. And that's also, we also saw a great level of activity on that for the week.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, we have right now with us Kasim Garuba Kurufi, the MD CEO of APT Securities and Funds. Thank you for joining us today.
I'm happy to be with you.
Okay. So very quickly, give us an overview of the market for the week.
Well, we can see that the market started, though gradually close positive, but at the same time, we are not satisfied with the way the market is going, which I believe that there is lack of foreign investors and institutional investors playing the market, because if you look at the average turnover is very low, despite the fact that some of these companies give us a promising result and show that they can sustain their dividend and put their dividend in a double-digit yield, yet the market is not responding. We hope by the end of the year, the market will respond positively in view of the shorter time for receiving dividend, and some of the dividend can go as high as 12 to 15%, which you cannot get it in the fixed income. But for now, the fixed income take the major player of the high institutional investors. They play the fixed income rather than the equity market, and the foreign investors are not coming, especially as the way the prices of dollar is rising. It scares the foreign investors to come, because whatever they gain, it can be eroded by the devaluation of the naira.
Okay. Is there a possibility that investors are trying to hedge against all this by probably investing in foreign denominated assets or instruments?
Well, you see, the foreign denominated instruments are not even available. Even if you want to buy it, where is it? So the truth of the matter is that other assets like property may also benefit from this rising, because most of the people that hold their cash, they may not likely to bring it into the bank, not because of the possible questions, but they want to also avoid tax. So the best way to go is to maybe go for the property pump product, because you remember this is the harvesting period, and all these the prices are rising, and that show you where the money is going, but it's not coming to the equity market.
All right. Thank you so much, Elijah. I think this is a good place to take a break now. And when we come back, we'll turn our attention to select results that have hit the market so far. Stay with us. We'll be right back.